Oh, I forgot to turn the light on.
Oh, the light.
I thought we were in. Hang on.
Welcome back, beautiful bitches.
Sitting in the dark in this motherfucker.
Yep.
Let there be light. All right.
How delayed is it on?
It's delayed.
Oh, like delayed.
Yep. Yeah, it's like 30 seconds or something.
Okay.
All right. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see anything happening on Facebook yet, but it does show that there's people viewing there, like 6 of them. We're back. We're back. Finally, after months, we're back.
We have internet.
We have internet at our house, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to work. Do the live stream thing. Hang out. Make this a whole ass thing all over again. What do you want to do today?
We can do Q&A. We can do cards. Whatever cards we have sitting next to your desk. I think we have like 3 or 4 more of those talking points.
Yeah, I don't want to burn people out on that.
Okay.
We've been doing a lot of that already, and then it's going to get played for everybody who hasn't watched it yet. It's going to get played again in October, November. So I think that maybe we should do some emails. We haven't
we could do an email.
Haven't done an email on a live stream in a while.
Oh, my tablet.
Do I need to get up and get it?
Would you mind?
I don't.
Thank you.
Still not seeing any comments from Facebook.
Me either. I hope everyone's having a good day.
You still have your protective film on the back of this thing.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, on the camera?
Yep. Oh, man. I half expected her to say, welcome back, Bumble Bitches. That would have been a throwback since it's not what she's been saying. There's a Facebook comment from Danielle. Thank you. Now we know Facebook's working. Oh, man.
All right.
I'm excited. I like the cards, but I'm excited for more emails. I hear that. Bye, Felicia wants to know when you're getting your next tattoo.
I don't know. I have to schedule that with Jeff.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have the kids this weekend for the last weekend of summer. Next weekend we go to North Carolina.
Yep, for the couples retreat, which we have to announce. We have to announce the winner that got the free room on that one.
Oh yeah.
We need to do that this week too. Maybe do that today at some point.
Probably do it the weekend after we get back.
Yeah. T and Tara said, "Did you get my email?" I did. And the person that handles our website read the testimonial and said that they absolutely think that Mark's review was the best review that we've gotten because he was like, "I didn't want to fucking go."
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Couples retreat time. Buff Bell's in the chat. Yeah. 1 week. Well, a week, what is it, like 9 days?
9 days, yeah.
Yep. It's 8 for us because we have to drive up a day early.
We do.
So,
I also have to bake a cake.
yeah. You going to do that there? Or you going to do it?
I'm going to do it there. I don't want to travel with it and then something happen. And God, the breakdown I would have.
Yeah.
Let's just avoid that.
Leon said, "Hey guys, love your videos. I love your name. If your name is actually Leon, that is a great name."
That is a good name.
Is your book going to only be available on Amazon? As of right now, Eric, yes, it will only be Amazon. It will go to Audible at some point. We have to decide on how we're going to sell that yet or record that yet. But as of right now, it will just be Amazon. And our website will have signed copies. We actually will be dropping clips from my new book over the next week because that drops on the 15th. That actually drops the weekend that we go to North Carolina.
Ooh, how exciting.
Yep. Love from India. Holy shit.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready whenever you're ready. I'm feeling froggy.
It's one of the guy from India. What is that? It's a fucking Eastern. It's the Eastern Island heads. What were those called? Help me.
Easter Island has nothing to do with India. The Moai?
No, right, but the profile photo was.
Did he have a Moai as his
Yeah,
thing?
is that what it is?
Yeah.
I always recognize it as Squidward's house.
That's funny.
I'm struggling with my tablet over here. This is the first time I'm actually trying to use it.
Oh, so you are also slacking this morning.
Well, I didn't think we'd be doing emails.
Yeah. Oh, we got a super chat from Chris
getting
Dennison.
Hello.
Welcome back to the live stream. Thanks for the super chat. Guys, if you guys are going to be sending comments and asking questions, make sure that you send it on YouTube as a super chat so that we make sure that we see it. Otherwise, they may get, missed. You guys are awesome. Love your dynamic, your relationship goals. Thank you for that. Kayla said she loves the fairy in the background. She's very excited we're back.
Oh, thank you. My husband surprised me with that from Medieval Times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make that whole wall a fairy village.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to keep the books up there and really like work it in there.
Be cool.
I want to spend hundreds of dollars on it.
Yeah, you just got to find somebody with a 3D printer and have them 3D print little tiny houses and shit and like
No, I want to make it out of
doors
like
and
wood and
yeah.
And yeah, I want it to be that. I also need to buy the things I need to buy for the women's retreat.
That's like a little over a month away. You might want to get on that.
I know.
I just paid your credit card off.
Oh, yay. Dope. Thank you.
Yeah. That way you don't have to be like, hey, I need to, you can just be like, hey, I'm doing.
All right. I'm just going to let you know that I'm doing the thing. I vlogged yesterday. I'm going to bitch a little bit, guys. Rant, fill you in on my life.
Bitch. Okay. Bitch session. Let's go.
So I was sitting in my car, the Bronco. I was putzing around looking for certain plants that I wanted to plant in my garden. And I was vlogging and I started talking about the women's retreat and how excited I was about things. And I was like, how much is too much for me to divulge to you guys? And like I talked about the first activity I have planned that is not a like group centered talking session. I'm okay with saying this part out loud because this is like a little, ooh, a piece of candy, right? We are going to sit down and do like a little rock painting session, but I don't want, why are you giggling?
Why is this just becoming painting with a twist where you guys are going to, drink wine and paint shit?
Because I want there to be downtime and bonding time and time to be creative and express yourself in an artistic way with zero judgment. I'm excited about it.
You should be. You should be excited about it. This is a whole ass thing for you.
Yeah. And then, so I talked about that in the vlog. And I was like, oh, but I have something else planned. And I was like, ooh, this one might be too much. And I was like, screw it, I'm excited. And I said it. And I was like, maybe that was a little bit too much. And then I kept on talking about all the things that I'm compiling. And I'm going to like send the women home with, oh, I just almost did it again. I am going to send the women home with worksheets.
Yeah.
Yes, prompts, worksheets. And that's how I slipped. And I said like the big ticket item that I'm really excited about. I deleted the whole vlog.
Real quick, Rick Stevens has sent 2 super chats for $2, but no text.
Ooh.
So I'm looking for your text. Somebody else asked about my pants. They're harem pants that I got off of TikTok. Real shit, this is the only thing I fucking wear now.
It is.
I have like 7 pairs of these things. And I have 2 of every color except for these because I wasn't sure I was going to like them, but I'm probably going to buy more of these as well. I'm never going back to anything other than my Jinko jeans and these pants for the rest of my life. I'm going to be 90 walking around in fucking harem pants and no shoes on.
Can you be shirtless?
I mean, if I'm in shape, sure. And don't say round as a shape because
I wasn't going to say
somebody
that.
is going
My
to.
fucking goodness.
Because that's not acceptable.
You need to send me that link on TikTok.
Okay.
For those pants.
I actually did a shop thing.
Did you?
I have no idea if anybody's actually bought them or not, but I did do a shop thing because
okay, word.
I like them.
Yeah,
I like them a lot and they're cheap.
And if you get a kickback from that, it just paying ourselves. I almost wore my blue skirt today.
Yeah,
but then I saw you wearing your pants and I was like, he doesn't like the matching thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, my tablet's updating. So we're going to continue waiting.
Okay. We can continue talking about chats. What's our favorite perfume or candle scent? I don't do perfume, but cologne. It's technically the same thing. It's just called different so that it's masculine. Florida water.
Yeah. Florida water.
Although I don't wear any of that shit.
Yeah. I don't wear perfume. My husband has too strong of a nose.
I do.
So I do like more essential oils. I bought this scented body oil off of TikTok Shop that has a very pleasant fragrance to it.
Not even fix it now.
No. And I mean, you haven't said anything negative about it yet. You may have not even noticed it.
If it's not aggressive to my nostrils, I probably won't say anything about it. Somebody said in desperate need of To Be Better merch. Well, we have it. It's on the website. We actually did a limited release T-shirt that said I joined a cult and all I got was this lousy shirt.
Yeah.
And I have another one that's going to be a limited release for August that I have to make go live. It's the same thing except for it's that mushroom drinking Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Jamie said, I stopped watching you guys because you give an unrealistic idea of how relationships work. And I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope you find a podcast that satiates what you're looking for.
You're still here, though.
Had to make it known.
But they're here still.
Right. I acknowledged it. So you are seen.
I don't think that we have an unrealistic idea of how relationships work because we have over 1,000 people in our Discord that have successful relationships that are living the life that we're living. It's unrealistic for you because you're not there yet. Hopefully one day you get whatever it is that makes you happy though.
Yes.
Is it still updating?
Let's see. It's turning on.
So I said, been a viewer since, never missed a single live stream. Time zone kills, but I will never miss one. Love that.
I appreciate that dedication. Thank you for being here.
Guys, there's new video games coming out this year. Black Ops 7 is coming out in November and Battlefield 6 is coming out in October. And Battlefield 6 is completely destroyable.
What does that mean?
It means you can blow buildings up with people in it. So like there's a sniper on a building and you got a tank, you can just fucking drop rounds into the building and drop the building. It's pretty exciting.
I might play that with you.
Yeah. And that they have like a 150 person skirmish. So like there's no, oh, we have too many people to play with.
Yeah.
They just fucking go hard and run that shit. Diesel Queen said not unrealistic. Rare, yes. Unrealistic, no. That was a super chat.
Oh, thank you for that.
What would be favorite, Hape or Aya ceremony? What would be your next ceremony? I've only done Hape once. It was not for me. It burns too bad. I'm a pussy. Aya is the next ceremony that we're going to is in October. Rachel became a member for 12 months. Pumped for lives again. Feels like just yesterday I joined the Discord. Chris, I've been loving courage to be disliked, so thank you. Currently having a hard time quitting weed. It's my vice. Peach, any advice, tips? Sending all my love.
Find other things to occupy yourself. I also did like a regular, so I have my women's groups and I would go into my Sacred Sisterhood chat and I did like a PSA. I'm going to jump in here and just scream every once in a while, every time I want to smoke. And that's going to be me not smoking.
Yeah.
And they cheered me on. And every time I went in there and I sent like the gopher stomping and screaming, they would all scream back. And it was a nice energy exchange. And it kept me from smoking in the moment.
So yeah, you had community help.
I did.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Somebody asked you how the not smoking is going.
It went good for a bit. And then my mental health tanked.
She's smoking again.
I am smoking again. I am. I don't have a vape right now. So, and it's also cold as shit in our house.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time outside. I am still not smoking as much as I was prior. That was every 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was all the time.
So I found a healthy balance to manage my borderline without using it as escapism.
Somebody asked if there was any more spots left for the women's retreat. As of right now, there is not. We will be doing a co-ed retreat that is not designed for couples so that anybody that wants to go can go, and that should be announced probably in the next month or so. We have to find an Airbnb and figure out where we want to do it. Loaded Tater Tot said, it's not much, but I just want to thank you both and all of the Discord for what you've created.
Saying it's not much devalues what you're exchanging, right? Because you're trying to give us appreciation or a display of affection, right? Saying thank you. Don't say it's not much. You being here at all means a lot, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And though the super chats are super great, we love them. Sharing the content is the actual best way to support what we do. the more people that can see the content, the more likely we are to continue doing this for a long time. And we do want to do this for a long time. Is that still loading?
No, I have it pulled up. I realized I did not think through the tiny screen. And my screen keeps dimming. How do I keep that from...
You'd have to go in and set it up in your display settings.
Oh, God.
You're a Samsung user. You should know how to do this.
I know how to work my phone.
It's the same process. It's an Android. It should be the exact same thing.
My phone doesn't dim like that.
Do you want me to pull it up on the TV?
No, I got it. This is okay.
All right. Sabrina said, can't wait for sunset walks on the beach with my Discord family. Yeah, the mod retreat's in November. We're getting close. Emily said, I missed you guys so much. Also, Peaches, your natural hair color growing in looks awesome. What made you decide to stop dyeing it?
Fuck you for making me cry. I recognize that a lot of things that I've done to my body have been done in an attempt to help me like myself. And it's been almost 2 decades since I've seen what I look like just being me.
Wow.
So I'm letting my natural hair grow out.
You guys aren't ready for all this beauty that's coming. Just saying. Somebody asked if we would take requests on topics to talk about. We're going to do emails today. We might do some Q&A afterwards, but these live streams are coming back every Wednesday at noon. So for right now, this is just, we're going to do emails today. We may do, like I said, we may do Q&As afterwards. I have to see what that was.
What was?
I just got a phone call. I got to make sure it wasn't the dealership. Okay, it wasn't. The Diesel Queen, I just wanted to tell everybody in the chat that if you are not subscribed to the highest tier for the women's group, it's worth it. That's the Awakened Women.
Yep.
All right, let's get these emails going.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm glad that you're getting something out of the group.
Can I tell on you?
Can you tell on me?
Can I tell on you?
What does that mean?
About our conversation last night?
We had a lot of
Or
conversations.
was that this morning?
I don't know. What's the premise of the conversation?
About somebody absconding from one of your groups?
Where is this going to end?
Well, I mean, she's in here promoting your group. And last night, I think it was last night. It might have been this morning. You're like, I hope she doesn't leave the group because I said what I said. See, you should have just said yes or no on the permission thing. You shouldn't have beat around the bush because now I said it.
Yeah, you just plumb said it. Yeah, you can tell on me.
Well, I just did. It's too late now. Secret's out.
I still wanted to feel a sense of control. Let me have it.
All right, let's get into some emails.
The timing of this is awful, but I'm about to sneeze. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. While you do that, somebody said, you guys have talked a lot of shit that's helped me out of a narcissistic relationship. Thank you for going through what you do, doing for what you do for everyone else. If you guys are looking to send an email, you send it to tobetterco@gmail.com. All right, let's go. Let's problem solve. I'm ready to help. Got another one? Yawning. Big yawn.
I'm over here purging. Patreon workless life repercussions ?
Okay, so we're going to have a bad day. I get it. Anytime we have conversations about workless, I get worked up. That's fun.
I can tell you touched your head immediately.
Yep.
You went like this and I was like, he's done.
Yeah. Got a good super chat, for a $10 super chat. Thank you for that. Watching from my phone and it glitched. My wife and I love you all and incorporate to be better in our relationship, and it's phenomenal. Thank you for all you do. Well, don't tell your wife that somebody in the chat earlier said that we set unrealistic expectations for relationships. Would hate for everybody to start having bad experiences because somebody didn't make our content work for them.
Yeah.
Sarcasm. I'm glad that you and your wife are fucking thriving and enjoying what we're doing. Let's go.
All right.
Workless.
I'm going to be cliche and start out by thanking the both of you for being who you are and inspiring the shitty humans to not be so shitty.
That's not cliche. That's gratitude, and we appreciate it.
It's hard for us to see our. I recognize my response was just, I agree. So I have recognized my has gone to like an agreement or like pleasure or something. So I still need that vocal stem, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's coming out in a positive way.
That's funny.
But the reason I didn't say something is because I was like, Jamie disagrees.
That's
Okay,
funny.
I'm sorry.
Peaches, it's worth every penny. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad. I really hope that I help. When I talk to the women in my groups, like doing like the one-on-one DMs and problem solving their lives and bouncing ideas back and forth, I really act like I'm talking to a past me, trying to avoid all of the shit that I went through, or I'm talking to my daughter.
Yeah. It's good. It makes sure that you're dealing with everyone with compassion.
Yeah. Sound like you were gonna.
Well, I keep seeing things where people are like, we love you. We're a huge fan. Thank you for all you do. Just know that we see you guys in the chat, even though we're doing email stuff. We keep looking up and seeing what's going on. We appreciate you guys. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a podcast.
Thank you for being here.
For show. For show.
Okay. It's hard for us to see ourselves from another perspective, and I'm not going to cut that.
We're live.
I know. It was meant to be a joke.
Yeah. There's nothing even recording right now.
That's what you guys get to see on Patreon.
Yeah.
Me getting frustrated with myself.
So much debauchery on the Discord.
Oh
when
my
we do our
gosh.
lives.
It's hard for us to see ourselves from another perspective, and I'm not even going to say sometimes because it was definitely all the time. But hearing you two openly admit your own faults and flaws is what pushed me to actually self-reflect for a change, and it set me on a whole new path. I appreciate your bold bravery. You're changing lives not only for individuals, but for those who surround us too. Yesterday, I was watching an older video where Chris mentioned workless people. He said something along the lines of people who aren't working in their 40s are likely to never work again, and it hurt my ego a little bit. Okay.
Good.
All right. Yeah. Where do we go from here?
I don't know, but good.
Right.
Good. I saw somebody say hello from Utah. There's a very strong possibility that there will be a meet and greet in Utah between September 26th and October 2nd. As of right now, it's only been announced to the Discord, but we will be there in Utah during that time frame.
Okay.
And I've already found the location. I've already done the research on the cost to go and like rent space there and do all of that. I just don't have the day figured out yet, but we will be in Utah. So hello from Utah. We will see you guys in like a month and a half. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to get a drink while you read.
All right. A kiss on my forehead.
Give you that on the way back.
I wanted to.
I'm going to drink your last roast soda.
No, excuse me.
There's a Coke Zero in there. I'll drink the good one.
Wait, what? I have a Coke Zero?
Not anymore. You just wanted your last soda. You want me to bring you your soda?
No, because if I had known there was a Coke Zero, I would have agreed that it's gross.
What would you like? You want the orange creamsicle or the Coke Zero? Because I'm drinking one of these.
No, I know. So this is me, like, Romeoing your Juliet right now. Like, I'm going to kill myself not knowing that you're not dead, and I'm going to drink the gross soda.
I'll give you the Coke Zero.
No.
I don't care.
Oh, babe.
I just need something to drink.
Thank you. I'm so dramatic.
Yep.
Thanks for putting up with me.
You're welcome.
I was really expecting you to say, I don't put up with you, babe.
I'm sorry. I was engaged.
It's okay.
Somebody said they're thinking of getting a Sacred Sister tattoo.
No way.
Yeah, it totally drew my attention and I was focused. Anyways. How far from
Holy
Salt Lake
shit.
is where y'all are going? About 20 minutes. About 20 minutes.
I
And Jay and Crystal will be there.
That's dope.
Isn't it? Today's his birthday. And I know he's not watching, and I've already texted him happy birthday, but happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Yep. Blue Lagoon said, I would love a segment on how men can handle anger in a healthy manner versus what isn't healthy and how to navigate it in relationships with someone with CPTSD. That's very specific. I have a book you should buy. I have 2 of them technically. I've written 2 books. What are you doing?
Taking a picture of that.
So that we could do it later?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh gosh. I just felt like that middle-aged mom.
How do I
trying to-
use this thing?
I was going to say something. Now I can't remember. Oh, the Sacred Sisterhood tattoo? I do that.
We're getting absolutely no work done today.
No. I do that.
You'd get a Sacred
just
Sister
saying.
tattoo? You'd match tattoos with people in Discord?
I would. But I would have to design it. Or Jeff would have to design it.
Yeah. It's
And,
doable.
and if he is willing to like sell me the print or
He would just
the
give it to us. He ain't going to sell us.
the design.
He wouldn't charge for that.
Okay. I don't want to take advantage of him.
We don't. He gets paid very well for what he does.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of places 20 minutes from Salt Lake City. Which direction are you thinking? We are going to be south of Salt Lake City, and we're going to be near a dark sky park.
I'm so excited for
I
that.
can tell you guys where we're going to be. I have it in my Airbnb.
I'm going to be up in the club doing whatever I
want to meet up with Trevor while we're out there too.
Trevor.
Yep. Dude with the dreads.
Dude with the dreads.
The one that did the happy birthday thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he was out there.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yep. We'll be in Saratoga Springs is where we're staying when we go to Salt Lake or when we go to Utah. All right, let's focus. ADHD isn't real. Let's go.
I adjusted my glasses, so I'm serious.
Now you're serious. I got it.
People who aren't working in their 40s are likely to never work again, and it hurt my ego a little bit. But not because I haven't changed, but because my change isn't going to be seen through my resume or applications. My life is messy, and I'm still trying to navigate through the truth and false truth of my past victim mentality. I say false truths because I had become so good at playing the victim in every situation that I thoroughly believed I was always just a victim. Didn't that thought process of if by the time you're 40 you're not working, you're likely to not get a job again, didn't that come from choice theory?
It did, and it's from the workless chapter. And he flat out said that. The reason that that's a thing is because most people start looking for excuses not to work in their late 20s to early 30s. And if they're not consistently in a job by the time they're in their 40s, they're not likely to ever really truly hold down a job. They're not going to have a career. And if they do get a job, it'll be small shit here and there to, pay a bill or something.
Tied him over.
Yeah. Oh man, super chat. I'm excited for you to come to Utah for a meet and greet. I'm going to save as much money as possible so I can find a ride to wherever you go and meet you. It's one of my dreams to meet you. Well, we'll be there, and we'll be excited to meet you too. I will say that we looked at a place called Boondocks, and it's like a bowling alley arcade. There's rock climbing and zip line. There's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, we're going hard. I'm gonna try to rent space in that bitch. It's like an adult Dave and Buster.
I'm going to have to get my nails shaved down.
Yeah.
I want to try that rock climbing.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I was too scared to do it. And I have scaled a waterfall and jumping off of it. With help. But I can do a rock wall inside of a building strapped to a harness.
Absolutely. You got this.
If you hear me screech across the arcade to get your attention to look at me, yeah.
It's like I'm not going to be standing there watching you climb.
I'm still going to
You know how great your ass is going to look in a fucking harness? Come on.
You were enjoying that zip lining, weren't you?
Yes. Yes.
We side railed.
Yes, we did.
We're back.
Put your glasses back on. Let's go.
How did we get there? We started with choice theory.
Super chat.
The super chat. Guys, stop it.
No, don't stop. Keep sending them. I'm having fun today.
I'm having fun too. I'm enjoying this. I needed this today.
Yeah.
This is good. My life is messy and I'm still trying to navigate through the truth and false truth of my past victimhood. Oh, I wanted to touch on, so I just read that. People in that skating by, getting a job here and then going unemployed for 3 or 4 months, getting a job for 4 months, repeating that cycle, typically have enablers in their life
You always have enablers.
who are giving them money, paying for DoorDash, paying for streaming services, helping with rent, whatever the case may be. That's not always the case. Somebody who is workless and somebody who is disabled and not able to work, those are two different things.
Correct.
So context and situations matter. We have almost 4. Oh, that's just views, not people watching.
We have a total of a little over 200 people watching.
Hell yeah. That would, you say
Yeah. I remember when our live streams were doing 1,000, 1,500 views at a time.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, we're just now coming back to it. It's going to take time. But I also obsess over the metrics.
You do.
So
200 people would fill up a high school auditorium.
it would. Still a lot of people. But it's still not 1,000 or 10,000 or 30,000. And I want 30,000 watching. I really want this to be like.
I'm here for the ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only way that's going to happen, though, is if people share the content. Oh, 2 super chats in a row. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
You didn't say it right.
I don't know how to say it. It's SpongeBob, right?
No. It's Donkey from Shrek.
Oh,
I like that boulder. It's a nice boulder.
okay.
Yeah.
Autumn said, so excited y'all are back watching with my besties while my husband catches up on some much needed rest. I appreciate y'all and what you do so much. Thank you for the super chats, guys.
I'm glad you're letting your husband rest.
SpongeBob was the rock thing, right?
It's not a rock. No, it's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Okay. See, I'm kind of there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do we need to watch Shrek again?
I'm not really a cartoon watcher. I watch it when the kids are here because I don't have a choice. Because they don't watch grown-up stuff yet.
You get engrossed in some of these movies.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You sit down and watch it.
Spending family time.
Yeah. I enjoy it. You participate, which I enjoy. The problem solving. I pause the TV. Oh, I'm tangenting.
You might as well just put that down.
So, the Muffin Man. When we are watching television with the children, even Bluey, we don't just sit down and watch TV. Something will happen in the show. I'll pause it and I'll ask the children what just happened, and they'll tell me what just happened. Then we're gonna break down why was it okay, why was it not okay, how could they have reacted better, whatever the case may be. And when we do movies, you'll sit down with us and we'll have conversations, and like something stupid will happen in the movie and our son will laugh and then you'll laugh and that'll make him laugh harder because you guys are bonding over a funny movement in a movie. Or you'll also problem solve with us, which is nice.
I have to take this.
Okay. I am so hungry. She's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man! Can you guys tell what kind of autism I have? Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Oh God, Chipotle sounds so good. I like Chipotle, but my husband doesn't, so we don't we don't get Chipotle. Oh, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Our daughter has gotten into K-pop Demon Slayer, and let me tell you, those songs be catchy. Is that a child thing? Is that a child movie? I worry. I'm very, very restrictive about what the children are allowed to watch.
Sorry, I was waiting on that for 2 hours.
You're good.
Okay.
It's a child's movie. Okay.
Are we going back to the email now?
We can get back
Okay.
into the email now. My brother owns a graphics business. When he opened up shop in 2007, he wanted me to step in and learn how to design, print, laminate, and install vehicle graphics. Before I go any further, I'm going to say I'm going to just say that I grew up very spoiled with a sense of entitlement from both parents who were divorced. Now,
So your parents failed you.
yes.
Okay.
Now that this is a whole story that I don't think the details are relevant here, but the fact that I stuck in, this is so tiny, my gosh. Really should have thought about that when you got this. I should have thought, me. When I say should have thought about that when you got this, I should have thought about this when
Okay.
you got this for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm not blaming you.
I appreciate the clarification.
Yes. It left my mouth and I was like, no, misinterpretation.
Put it on the TV.
But I have the tablet.
Okay.
Okay. But the fact that I was stuck in that kind of mentality is very much relevant. Also, the fact that I was always living in the shadows of my successful brother who is 9 years older than I. It was constantly thrown in my face that I should be following in his footsteps. Even though we grew up in the same house with the same parents, we got two different versions.
Well, of course you did. There's a huge age difference.
Yes.
And on top of that, every child gets a different version of your parents.
Could be twins.
Right. Well, I was
and you
thinking,
had different childhood.
Yes. I was thinking a lot more along the lines of the actions of the parent toward the children.
Gotcha.
Your firstborn, you are very cautious of. Your second, if you have a second child and no more, that second child is a daredevil. And if you have a third, the third one's even worse. Because you didn't kill your first one. Second one can get a whole lot more rough. And it just goes like that.
Yeah, we see it in our children.
Right. That's a normal thing. You get different things from your parents because they figured out what didn't kill the kid the first time around. Second time, there's a little bit more leeway. You know what I mean? Like you get more and more freedoms. Yep.
You want to get food after this?
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet.
Continuing, by the time our parents were going through a divorce, he was already out on his own, whereas I, at 9 years old, oh gosh, come on, work properly, was being used as a tool for my parents to hurt each other. Anyway, long story short, our childhood environments were very different, but no one ever really took the time to see my perspective of things. So in the perfect world, people would want to hear your perspective of things. The reality and the way that I want to say life works, but I feel like that's too broad of a statement. People don't have to hear your perspective.
No.
It doesn't have to matter to them. They don't have to care about it. That is what makes unconditional love feel fantastic. That want in that person to hear your perspective and understand and know what you've been through. So in that situation where if my family did not care to hear what my childhood was like and how it has molded me into the adult that I am now, and I'm struggling with all these kinds of things, I would take that as an indication that I need to find better people to put around me.
Yeah. Yep. It's never a fun thing when your parents fucking let you down, you know?
Yeah. Back to the family business. Working with family is hard. When things get tense, things get really tense. I had no emotional regulation skills at all. If something didn't go my way, I'd throw a temper tantrum.
A temple tantrum? Is that what Samson did in the Bible when he decided to bring the temple down on somebody? Is
That's
that
funny
a temple
as fuck.
tantrum?
That's good.
Keep going. We know what you meant.
And cause a scene. I would usually end up walking out of work because my brother would want me to start on the driver's side of the vehicle first instead of the passenger side type of stuff. I would take offense and storm out. My mom...
You know that if we just started, like, if you could just one assault charge a month and not go to jail for it, that shit would stop. People wouldn't act like that.
Yeah.
There needs to be a real threat of physical violence. Yep. You can tell there's a big age difference there because if there was only a couple of years and you acted like that towards your brother when you were growing up, he'd have beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it also depends on if this is from the perspective of a male or a female. if he has a 9-year younger sister and she's like the baby of the family, I think that may be different.
Yeah. Well, I think the 9-year age gap is separated that beat down anyways.
Yeah.
It's the close age things. Our kids are only a year apart.
Oh gosh.
There's going to be a whole lot of nonsense happening here in the next probably 3 years.
It's already started.
Yeah.
They are hitting each other, smacking each other out of my face.
Yep. It's going to get worse.
Shit. Yep. It's making her tough though, and I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, she needs to be able to hold her own. I would fire you.
The brother? Absolutely.
Whomever this is, the one that threw the temper tantrum and stormed out, I was like, hey, can you stay on the driver's side? However that played out. Even if he got mouthy, I wouldn't want to work there. If the work environment shit and you had a reaction to him being nasty to you, I would get a new job somewhere else. Like, family at this point, you're toxic to me.
Yeah.
If your reaction to him asking you to do something or saying he wants something done in a specific way bothered you, and then you threw a temper tantrum over it because you didn't get to do what you want to do, yeah, I would fire you, family or not. That is a lot. And I'm not saying that to be shitty. I'm saying that to give perspective. A lot of family gives leeway for people to behave this way because they don't want to make it worse than it already is.
Right, because you're told they're family.
Right.
But they're family. That doesn't excuse shitty behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a way that you're trying to manipulate us to love each other, even though we wouldn't tolerate this bullshit from somebody outside of our quote unquote family.
Okay.
I hope you're still not doing that shit at 40 years old.
Oh yeah, I hope that has changed. My mother would beg for me to come back because my brother didn't have time to train someone new. I would come back to being taken advantage of, being underpaid, underappreciated, and easily dismissed as being the problem. Who wouldn't dread going to work in that kind of environment every day?
Why would they pay you more, give you more responsibility, and treat you better if that's how you act when they come to you with things?
Right.
I don't believe in a minimum wage. This is going to create a whole lot of shit. I think the minimum wage should be 0. And you should be paid on your merit and your capability.
Yes.
And like, if you're coming into a job and there's somebody there that's making $30 an hour, you don't get $30 an hour. You get whatever the fuck you deserve based off of your competency. Yes. Your attitude, the way that you deal with customers, all of that shit should factor in. Work. Right. So in this situation, I don't think you should be getting paid a whole lot of money. You're actually doing more damage to his business than help. And like, he obviously doesn't want you there. Your mom wanted you back.
Yes.
Like, this is bullshit mentality to me. You guys don't fucking deserve anything. You are selling your time. And if you don't have value to your time, you shouldn't be getting a high wage for it. That's all there is to that. And when you're dealing with family business, it's never an equal thing. You know, now if his business started pulling $1 million a year, obviously there should be a whole lot more money, but on a brand new business, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways.
Eventually I did grow up and recognize what type of toxic environment I was allowing myself to drown in. My mental health was at its worst. I felt worthless. I felt like I wasn't good enough in the world, let alone in the graphics industry. It was hard to let go of just wanting to be accepted. The back and forth of working there, quitting, getting fired, and finding another job, and then my mom begging me to come back. The cycle went on for 18 years.
You allowed that to happen for 18 years.
That's insane.
Not the cycle continued. I allowed that to happen for 18 years. This is accountability.
I made the choice to go back every time she asked me to.
I allowed my family to pull me back in. This was a decision I made. That sounds like a whole lot of... I you know what? Fuck that. I wonder if he would have acted that way if it was other people. Like if he was at somebody else's business and they told them to do something, if he would act like that, or if he only did it because it was family.
Well, there's also a lot of trauma there. If they use this child as a manipulation chip to hurt the other parent.
Right, but the brother didn't do that.
Right.
This is the brother's business. So like they've now made it a family environment. I wonder if he would have acted that way if he was in the workforce with another company. This is why you can't cater to your kids and let them act like that, because if they grow up and do shit like that in a business, they can't hold a job.
I don't think that this person would have acted that way in another business because that person didn't traumatize them.
The mom. Because the brother didn't traumatize them.
Right.
Okay. It's the brother's business.
Right.
So why is he treating the brother that way?
Collateral damage.
Okay.
I don't think that it's being personally taken out on the brother. There is just so much built up in there that no matter what the brother does, there's going to be an explosion because there's been no coping done. It's like somebody slamming a cabinet shut and hearing something fall in it and then like waiting for the next person to open the cabinet and all of it falls on them. I keep elaborating because you're not saying that it makes sense.
I don't need to. I get it.
Okay.
You said his mom is there as collateral damage. I said okay. I don't.
Okay. The cycle went on for 18 years, so my work history looks terrible. My entire portfolio was fuck me. My entire portfolio was created under this business, though. So it's not like I could just leave out what company I worked for. Their watermarks are all over my photos, and my family is vindictive. If someone were to call to ask about my work experience, they're not going to talk about my work experience. They're going to tell them about my attitude problem, my sense of entitlement, me not showing up for work, me storming out of work, leaving work unfinished because I was being irrational.
Which all of that is illegal.
Yes.
Every bit of it.
What? Them saying that?
Even them watermarking his photos.
Yeah.
That has to be agreed upon. If you're the one that does the work and it's your portfolio, you allowing another company to put the watermark on there has to be agreed to, because they're using your work, and especially if you're a 1099. If you're a W-2, obviously that doesn't count because you're not working for you anymore. You don't need a portfolio. They need a portfolio of your work. You can just go say, I'm an installer and I used to work for so-and-so. You can go on the website and look at what I do. But if you're a 1099 and you are your own employee, you need a portfolio. When somebody calls for a job reference, legally, the only thing that you're allowed to say is, I would not hire them back, or I would hire them back. They're a good employee. That's it. You can't, anything beyond that, you get into defamation of character lawsuits and a whole lot of other shit. So you're wrong in that. You guys need to do your research. That's a big fucking no-no. Absolutely big no-no. That's all I got.
Okay. Yes, all of those things are certainly true. Would it make a difference if they mentioned the role they played in those situations? Probably not. No one wants to hear about our family drama.
Well, also people don't give a shit about what this. Okay, that's victim mentality at its finest.
That is trying to rationalize the behavior in the moment.
Right. So at 40 years old, you're still blaming your family for your actions. It doesn't matter what other people do to you. When you meet God and God goes, you did X, Y, and Z, you can't go, but God, they did. God doesn't give a fuck about what they did to you. This is your
Right.
life experience.
You're gonna have
your
to-
choices, your reactions, your responses to things are what you have to atone for. They got their own shit that they got to atone for. When you go look for a job, it's the same thing. All of that shit doesn't matter. Your family doing whatever they did, you made the decision to act the way that you made the decision to act, period. That falls into relationships. When you go on dates and you're sitting down on the other side of the table with somebody and they're telling you about their previous relationship and all the foul shit their ex did, that's not a relationship you need to pursue. They're not healed yet. If they can't sit down and go, in my last relationship, I did X, Y, and Z. I had a lot of growing to do, blah, 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 but I'm working on it. They're not healed.
Right.
All of that shit about what somebody else did to them is irrelevant.
I agree. Yeah, it's really not about what the family drama is. You're right. Whatever you're being hired for, they don't care what the family did. They care about, right? If it gets brought up, it's illegal to talk about it on a phone interview, whatever. Say they do hire you and then you explode on somebody in the office because they triggered you the same way your mom does. That is already a predetermined or preset reaction out of you. So even if it doesn't get brought up in the phone call, is that something that can be managed outside of the family.
Right. That's what they care about.
Yeah.
They're not hiring the family. They're trying to hire him. So what the family did doesn't matter.
Right.
This is the meme of the dude on the bicycle with the stick. Why did they do this to me?
I've cut ties with my toxic family. I've moved away and started over. My problem now is that my work history looks so unstable, which it was. I was unstable. I've had many interviews because people see that I have years and years of experience, but they also see the back and forth, the short-term employment, etc. I sell myself well. I prove myself well. When they ask about my work history, I'm completely honest, and I admit to my immaturity then and explain that I've been working hard on myself to be the best version of me. 2 weeks ago, I had an interview that lasted 2 hours, and no, I'm not exaggerating. I thought that for sure I landed the job. The owner of the shop was impressed with my skills and knowledge, even said how excited he was to have me work for him. I left the interview and never heard back from him. I called, left 3 messages, I even sent an email. Nothing. Another shop flat out told me that they just weren't confident that I was a good fit because of my inability to maintain a job for a long period of time. I get it. I understand why my resume would be thrown out because I probably wouldn't want to take that risk either.
I had went back and talked to that dude with that 2-hour interview. Sending emails and phone calls is lazy.
Yeah.
I went back there and talked to him face to face. It's a lot harder to dodge me when I'm standing at your fucking door. And the other thing that goes into that, you don't need, like, if you explained your family drama to an employer, I wouldn't fucking hire you either.
Right.
I don't want to hear all that. You can just be like, I had problems with in my childhood that like came into my adulthood that made me fucking not be able to maintain a job. I've worked on that. I'm better now. I can maintain a job. You don't have to disclose any of that shit. I had life circumstances happening at that time that prevented me from staying full-time employed. Right? You can even lie on your resume. If you worked at the same company and didn't work anywhere else from 2010 to 2018, you can just be like, from 2018, I worked for this company when they had worked for me. They can't call and be like, from 10 to 2018, did you fire them and quit? And like that's not how that works. Did they work for you? Yes. From 2010 to 2018, were they employed by you? They could say off and on. They can't say how many times. They can't go into your record of like any of that.
Right.
You could also say from 2010 to 2018, I was working as an independent contractor trying to help my brother build his business. Dedicated 8 years to my family. I'm no longer working with him. He's got his own thing. I'm ready to go out on my own now.
Yeah.
All of this is how you talk to people.
Yep. I'm at a point now, though, that I'm drowning. I'm door dashing from the time I wake up until I'm too tired to do it anymore, and it's just not enough. It's inconsistent, and it's hard to budget when the money is hit or miss. I need a stable job with structured hours, structured pay. No one will hire me. I've even gone outside of my scope of practice, not a single call. This hunt has been going on now for 8 months.
I don't believe that.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen a McDonald's turn somebody away.
I've seen fast food places not hire people because of the amount of people that apply there.
Gotcha.
Right? This is one of those things, though. What you're saying is that you can't find a job that you want to do. There's day labor.
Yeah.
You can literally call every construction company in your area and be like, look, I'm desperate for work. I'll do any job you got. You want me to come and fucking dig ditches? I will. You want me to come and rake and level the ground with a shovel? I will. I will be there from 7:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the afternoon if that's what you need. I will be the best fucking employee you got. I need work. DoorDash isn't cutting it anymore.
Yep.
The reality is there's a whole lot of shitty jobs that people don't want to do because weather sucks. The job itself sucks. Maybe you don't have a skill, right? To do labor, to clean up a construction site, you don't need skill. You need to be able to bend down and pick shit up and put it in the fucking in the bin.
Right.
I don't believe that. I've worked my entire life. I've had 2 weeks of my entire life since I was 15 years old where I didn't have a job. And it was by choice.
Continuing.
Yep.
I'm not continuing. So I said that McDonald's thing because there are constantly places out there, Goodwill, Publix, Wendy's, grocery stores, There are entry level jobs, and it sucks to start over. You've wasted 18 years of your life being, not being. You put yourself into this cycle, and instead of focusing on your life and setting yourself up for success, you bent the knee to the family, and that sucks. So what you could have done 18 years ago, getting in with an entry level job, establishing, making moves, finding a career, you now have to do that at this point.
Yep.
That sucks. Nobody wants to do that. But DoorDash isn't cutting it anymore. I would rather work at the Goodwill for the next 8 months and have decent pay doing DoorDash in the evenings, whatever. I've worked 16-hour days. 16, 18-hour days. Holidays were the worst. I knew that I wasn't getting home until 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And I was depressed. I was having breakdowns in my car. I would pull up to my first store before the sunrise would happen and just sit in there and cry for 20 minutes. And then I would get my shit together, go knock out my day, go home, eat dinner, cry again, and wake up and do it all over again. But I still had a roof over my head.
Yep.
And I was able to buy food and take care of my children, all those kinds of things. So at a certain point, there is a suffering that has to happen. Everything in life is a duality. Can't be light without darkness, good without evil. The podcast, we see it. We can't have the praise without the hate, and the hate's ugly, but the praise is so loving and affectionate. It's time to suffer for you to have long-term ambitions met. Multiple jobs might also be the answer.
Might be. Does it make sense to DoorDash if you're doing it in the weird hours of the day? DoorDashing between 2 and 3 o'clock isn't going to make you as much money as DoorDashing first thing in the morning around lunchtime and after 5.
Yeah. I would do Friday nights, Saturday nights.
If I was DoorDashing, I would just stay on the clock.
Yeah.
I would leave my house at like 8 o'clock in the morning, punch in for DoorDash, and just be out of the house. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
Yeah.
Also, DoorDash is really dependent on where you live.
Yeah. I would drive out of my way. Depending on how much I was able to make, I would drive out of my way to go to a big city.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to have more dashers there. But then that's going to depend on where you're at in a big city. Like, if you're smart, you're going to find your way into the area where there's a lot of income.
Yeah.
Because those people that are working don't want to fucking leave, or they're at home and don't want to cook. Like, that's a whole ass thing, though. Yep. There's a whole lot of other shit that you can do. Like free, we've talked about all this. I'm not going to keep going on all that. I've given over the last 3 years, I've given so many like hustle ideas for people to get a come up.
All right, continuing.
Yep.
My car has no AC, manual windows, and it's on its last leg. I will never be able to save up to get a new car with my current circumstances. I won't be able to buy a house. I can't take vacations. I can't even plan for retirement. It really hit me in the face when Chris said that people who aren't working in their 40s will probably never work again. My goal in life isn't to be rich or wealthy. My goal is simple, to be happy. I can do that without money, but I still need money to do the things that I want in life, like owning my own home. I want to be driving a Shelby. I want to be able to take trips to the beach. I want to be able to put gas in my car without looking at my account to see how much I can put in it.
So then you can't live without money. You just contradicted yourself.
Right. She said that, or he said, we don't know.
I don't know why I thought this was a dude. He said kicked him in the balls. I mean, I guess women say that too, but I took this as a man writing in.
When did I say that?
The very beginning, the title of the email, or right after the title of the email, really kicked me in the balls.
I don't see kicked me in the balls.
No, then maybe I'm making shit up.
Did anybody else hear it?
I could be making shit up. I don't know.
So saying that I don't need money to have happiness, I can do that, right? My goal is simple, to be happy. I can do that without money. And then listing the things that will fill your cup in life. Life is easier with money.
Yeah.
You can get more joy out of life if you're able to have the funds to do it in the way you want to do it.
Yeah, you can't. It's one of those things that it's necessary to do shit. And all those things, he's got all these ideas of grandeurs and wants to be driving a Shelby. You want to drive $150,000 or $200,000 car?
That's how much that car costs?
Like a Shelby GT? Like those aren't cheap,
Holy
especially
shit.
the older models. Like the one from the Fast and the Furious movie. Wasn't that a Shelby? Or not Fast and Furious, but the old Nicolas Cage.
The one
car
with
the
Nicolas
car stealing
Cage?
movie with Nicolas Cage.
The car stealing?
Where he named all the cars, and like that one was Eileen, and maybe it wasn't Eileen. I don't know. Anyways, I don't care. Whatever.
You're over this.
I'm annoyed by this because whoever this is making a whole lot of excuses, and like I don't do well with that shit. All of this is pity me shit. Unless you've changed your life and there's a happy ending to this email, I don't have nothing for you. We've got 3 years of content where we've given you tons of things that you could be doing with your time. You could be making money right now.
Right.
It's easier not to. And this is what happens when parents cater to fucking kids.
Yeah.
Gone in 60 seconds. Thank you. And the car was Eleanor. Thank you guys for that. Thank you. I appreciate the chat coming through on that one.
Continuing.
Yes.
How do I bounce back from this? Am I supposed to lie on my resume and applications? Do I tell them that my best friend is the owner or have them call her instead so she can hype me up? I'm lost. I'm out here trying my best, but it's getting to a point where I'm losing my confidence. I've lied on resumes.
Yeah, everybody has.
Hey, someone might call you between 2 and 4 p.m. today. I need you to hype me up. All of that. I've hyped people up on resumes.
I've used Dungeons and Dragons on a resume once.
Really?
Yep, it's team building.
I love that.
Yep. Host team building once a week for 3 to 4 hours is what I put on there.
That's smart.
Luckily, the guy was like, "What is this? What do you do for 3 to 4 hours as team building exercises?" I'm like, "I'm a dungeon master." And the guy was like, "No shit, you play D&D?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And he's
That's
like,
why you got the
He's
job.
like, "This is genius." And I'm like, "Tell me I'm wrong." He's like, "You're
Yeah.
not." He's like, "That's exactly what you're doing. You're promoting team building for 3 to 4 hours in a session."
Yeah.
I did end up getting that job, but
Continuing, it's getting to a point where I'm losing my confidence. Rejection is already a hard pill to swallow, but when you're being rejected from every angle, it's even harder to keep picking yourself back up. I know that it's my own fault, and I also know that it's not the world's problem that I am a shitty human. How can I...
Wait, now you're playing pity.
Right.
This is manipulation. If this is the way that you talk to people, you are never going to get anywhere in life. Everything has been about victim mentality, and now it's about pity me. I know I'm a shitty human. Like
I misread it. I was a shitty human.
Okay. I'll take it back. Take back what I said then.
Okay. How can I prove my value when my work history contradicts my promises? I don't want to be a workless person anymore. I'm stuck in this cycle now, and it's starting to spiral my mental health. I can't keep beating myself up over the past. There's nothing I can do about yesterday, last month, or the last few years. The only thing I can control is right now. I just feel like my past keeps harassing me, and it's stunting my growth. But I don't know how to move forward. I need a job. I want a job. I want to be in the shop. Frustrated because my sign is the 1/8 of an inch off center. But what I don't want is to ruin the progress that I've made on myself and my mental health. What can I do to be more productive in finding employment rather than me getting in my feelings because no one wants to see who they see on my resume?
I know people who've gotten fresh out of prison. I actually know somebody who went to prison for murder and got out after a 25-year bid and got a job within 2 weeks because they needed that work. This is one of those things that, like, you can't lie on that. Where have you been for the last 24 years? I was in prison for what? Murder.
Yeah,
And
right.
if they can find a fucking job, you can find a job. You need to learn how to talk to people.
Yes.
That's the entire issue with what's going on in your life right now. You don't know how to talk to people and you don't know how to explain your situation. There's also other things you could be doing, like maybe trying to start an LLC and get a grant. Mm-hmm. You know, there's things that you could be doing to, like, maybe eventually get your own business. I don't know. If you can do vehicle wraps, you can do window tint. Maybe start looking into doing window tint, open a tent business. That's way fucking cheaper. You don't need the computers that you need to do vinyl cut or vinyl printing. It's way cheaper. Everybody needs window tint, especially if you live south of like Maryland.
Yeah.
It's so fucking hot down here in Florida. You know, I just got the windows tinted on my new Santa Fe. It was almost $1,000 because we did that nano tint. Fucking took them 2 hours. You could be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. In regards to the inconsistent work history, I wouldn't tell the prospecting employers. Prospective employers, whatever you say that. I wouldn't give them a rundown on my family drama and history.
I wouldn't either.
I would let them know that my work history is spotty because there were family issues that I had to tend to and they needed me home. So I would work for the family's business while getting things on their legs. Things look good. I would go try to do my own thing. And then things would, I don't know, mom had fucking cancer or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give them all that.
Yeah.
I would give them the years that I worked for that business off and on and be like, I was at this business as a subcontractor from this point to this point. I didn't work for other people. And if I did, it was because I was trying, I wouldn't even get into all that. They don't need to know that information. Like if you've been a tattoo artist for the last 20 years, you don't pit every single shop you've worked at.
Yeah.
I've tattooed for 20 years. Here's my portfolio. I do graphic installations. This is what I've done for the last 8 years. I was a subcontractor with this company and I've worked around, I've moved, whatever the case may be, but here's my portfolio. It doesn't matter if all that shit's on there. And if you are a graphic guy, you should be able to remove a fucking watermark from an image. It's not hard to remove a watermark, especially with AI. Go in there and crop that shit out. Take you 2 seconds. So tell me you're not good at your job without telling me you're not good at your job.
What if the person's not a 1099?
It's just, what do you mean?
Well, you're saying that if you're a subcontractor and you've worked at multiple shops over the last 20 years, you don't have to tell them every single shop. What if that's not the case?
You don't have to do that with a W-2 either. You don't have to list every single job you've ever worked at on a resume. You don't. If you've got like major gaps, like 5 years in between an employment, they want to know about that. What did you do during that 5 years? But you don't have to disclose that information either. They're going to call and verify dates and that you were an employee, and that was it. And if your family runs their mouth about what's going on and the fact that you quit and you had all these meltdowns, you can sue them. That's all there is to that. Somebody said ChatGPT won't let you take off watermarks. You're right, but Photoshop will. It doesn't take much to clone that shit out. Crop tool goes a long way. Yep. I really do get worked up. I knew this was gonna bother me as soon as you said workless.
Yep.
Casey said you guys visited my dreams last night. Saw you guys ask for a hug and I got it and sobbed. You told me it would all be okay and I woke up feeling exhausted yet comforted. Thank you for all you do. Wow, what a crazy dream.
That is a crazy dream.
I mean, we have hugged people. It does happen.
It does
Not
happen.
to toot our own horns. We are pretty good at hugging.
Yeah.
We have a lot of practice.
Yeah.
We hug each other all the time. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. This is one of those things that like even doing like a one-on-one call with this, I don't know if I would be able to handle that phone call.
Yeah.
Because I would end up triggering them to the point of them getting so angry that they freak out on me the way that they did their family members. I'm not going to tolerate any type of stupidity in that. Like you have to, like, if you want something in life, you have to be the reason to get it. Nobody's going to fucking give it to you.
Yeah.
And your parents catering to you and giving you shit as you're growing up. If you guys are helicopter parenting and doing everything for your kids, this is what's going to happen. You're supposed to be there to give them guidance. Let them fail. Let them figure the shit out on their own. And when they can't, then you step in and give them a new idea. But.
Yep. Our kids are starting to make food on their own.
Yep. 6 and 7 years old. There's a stool in here that they move all around the kitchen to get the shit they need.
Yep. Access to microwave.
The air fryer.
Yep. Still supervision with the air fryer, but I'm doing it at a distance now to build their confidence. I'm not right next to them hovering anymore.
You're just in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want Domino's. How do you feel about Domino's?
I'm not eating pizza. Trying to lose weight.
I understand and respect that.
I appreciate you respecting that. Rick said, my dad always said hugs are powerful. They are. You actually get a physical release. Like you get a serotonin dopamine release when you get long duration hugs. All right, let's interact with the chat. I don't want to do another email because that just bothered me.
Okay.
All right, guys. So if you guys want to bullshit, let's bullshit. You want to send in some super chats? We can answer some questions. You can give some topics. You can ask some questions.
Can we figure out food while we're sitting here? Because I have to leave at 2:30.
Yeah, you can figure out food. What do you want? I just don't want pizza.
It's easier if you choose what we get.
I'd do that quesadilla thing. Those quesadillas, the breakfast quesadillas that you got the other morning were amazing.
Okay.
I had a hard time accepting my husband's hugs in the beginning for comfort. It was such a weird thing for me. My family weren't huggers. Yeah, I get that. I fucking get that. It's really hard to go from having somebody that's a very touchy person or not being in relationships or being with people that are not touchy to being somebody who's touchy. It's very difficult. Chris, are you excited for the BF6 beta this weekend? I'm not going to play the beta. Sean reached out to me this morning and asked me if I was going to play Battlefield. And I told him that I have until October to make that decision. I don't know if I want to get into it. Haven said, listening to Chris talk about the 80-20 theory, I think my 20% is asking questions all the time. He asks me frequently why I have to question everything. And honestly, I don't know why, I just do. Nothing wrong with probing. Asking questions and questioning somebody are two different things. Where'd you get your dress from?
This is not a dress. This is a skirt, and I think it came from Amazon.
Okay, well, there you go. How do you navigate independence in your kids while balancing keeping them safe? I think that you guys don't realize how capable your kids actually are. We live in a time now where kids are coddled so fucking much that by the time they're 18, they're still acting like they're 10 and 11 years old. My generation was staying at home by themselves at 5 and 6 and making our own meals and shit. Like the generations before me at 12, 13 years old were working farms and driving tractors, and like your kids are very capable. You just have to let them figure things out. Here's a great example. Our kids like potato chips, those little snack bags, or like their crackers. If they can't open it, they're not eating it.
Yeah.
So when they're like, can you open this? No, I can't. You're 6 years old and you have fucking hands and a brain. If you can't figure out how to open those chips, you don't get them. Go put them back.
Yep.
They figure out how to open this shit. You give them directions. You got to make sure that they have the understanding of things. Like with the microwave, they need to understand time to understand the microwave.
Yeah.
And if they can't read the directions on the back of a bag of popcorn, you can't have popcorn. It's not abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get your way.
Right.
Figure your shit out. Be self-sufficient. Let's go. Chris's next book should be out about saving money, making money. There will be no more books. I have 2 books. I did No One's Coming to Save You and You Are Not Broken. I will not be writing any more books. I'm done with the book thing.
Why?
Because I covered everything that I wanted in the first book, and the second book was all about overcoming hardships and like refining who you are after a bad break, whether that be or a divorce, whether that be from family or a loved one, whatever the case may be. And like I've touched on a lot in both of those books. I don't see a need to write another one. Yep. I also don't want to have to promote the books. And that's a necessary thing if you're trying to be an author and like sell and do all that shit. And I'm not trying to do that.
Gotcha.
Do you think you'll do an audiobook? Possibly. I actually think that we might read my books as content and just do a chapter on each thing so that it's free. Because my first book has been on sale now since February, right? And at this point, I think the only thing that's going to, and I don't know. I think that I've made the money that I needed to make off of the time that I spent writing the book, and we could read it each chapter on an episode and just release it, even if it's 15 minutes, and do like a playlist on YouTube, and we'll get watch time. Won't make as much off of it, but the information will be out there. So.
Right.
My mom has made us be self-sufficient. As children, we drank from a hose. If we were thirsty and outside, we drank from the hose. If we were hungry, we went to the garden and grabbed fruits and veggies. We didn't get chips and cookies and shit as children. Super chat from Ash. I'm having a hard time with boundary guilt, but the more I watch your videos and more books I read, the better it gets. Thank you for helping me build my backbone. You want to talk about boundaries and how important that is?
We can.
Let's go. Go.
About
1, 2, 3, go. Give me some facts about boundaries.
Suddenly, I've never done this in a day in my life.
How dare you put me on the spot?
A lack of boundaries is how people take advantage of you, and they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah. I think that people seek out people like that.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. My big things with boundaries is if you don't have them, you don't have any type of self-worth or love. And if you have like a person in your life that you really truly love, would you allow somebody to treat them the way that you allow people to treat you? And if the answer to that is no, you love other people more than you love yourself, and that's problematic.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you need to be selfish or a narcissist. It just means that you need to be self-preservation.
I'm going to pose a question.
Okay.
Are you even truly capable and understand what love means if you care that way about other people but not about yourself? Is that just you know what's good and what's not?
I think in that situation, they're getting what they need in terms of that from other people. They're not self-sufficient. They're getting all of that. That's true codependency. Like, I need other people to fill this void in my life. We've talked about that too, about the single time that you take from relationships to heal and learn who you are. Learn to love yourself so that when you get into a new relationship, you won't be able, or you won't accept less than, because you've lived your life happy for so long that the people that come into your life from that point forward have to truly add value and joy to your life, or they won't be able to stay. This is all there is to that. When you know who you are and you know what you bring to the world and you love yourself, you're not going to tolerate any type of fucking nonsense. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can't stay long as I'm cooking, but I saw you were live and just wanted to say a massive thank you. I emailed about our situation. You offered advice a while, and we have a lot of work to do. It's progress. If we've ever answered any of your emails, we would love a follow-up on how things have been going since you implemented things that we talked about from our podcast. How can we learn to be more patient with our children when we are overstimulated?
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. By remembering that your children don't understand what you being overstimulated is. There's nothing wrong with going, guys, I need a second, and then like finding a way to sit down and relax. You need to put pause on everything. Your children are going to want to touch you. They're going to want to play. They're going to want to climb. They're going to want to jump. They're going to be kids, and they have this little expanding universe inside of them, and they are their own little thing. And it's really hard sometimes not to get frustrated and stressed out when you're overwhelmed. But you're the adult in that situation, so you need to put pause on things to not be in that position. What'd you do? Oh, you went and got a book. Uh-oh.
Okay.
She's bringing statistics. I don't know. What book is that?
I'll tell you in a second.
Is it? Okay.
So, when I think of overwhelm and overstimulation, I cope really well in my life. By myself, overwhelm, stimulation. I let you know, like, hey, this is too much right now. The crowd's too loud, whatever. I can take a step back from that. Overwhelm and overstimulation as a mother comes from my kids being up my ass all the time. It's always something, screaming and yelling and fighting, and children are a lot. They're a lot of energy, and we as humans pick up energy.
Yeah.
And children are just Tasmanian devils running around. They don't know how to contain that energy yet. So there is a book that I got that I'm currently enjoying. It's called Tiny Humans, Big Emotions. And it helps you how to navigate tantrums, meltdowns, and defiance to raise emotionally intelligent children. And in reading this, I recognized how I was not raised to be an emotionally intelligent adult or child. So in the tips that I've received from this book to navigate the children has helped me navigate myself.
You know, elaborate
What do you mean?
on some of the tips or how that's been the case. Because before you get into that, I actually think that the better you parent your kids, the less likely you are to be overstimulated by them.
Right.
That comes down to actually spending time with your children. We know that the average parent spends less than 30 minutes a day with their kids. That's
Right.
not bath time, homework, right? Like we're supposed to play and run and explain and teach and do. And if we're not doing those things, you're going to have unruly fucking kids. Like bonding moments and life lessons come from times that are not just trouble. Mm-hmm. Sitting on the front porch, learning how to shoot a gun, going fishing, whatever. Gardening, spending time with your parents, having conversations and like learning new vernacular and trying to understand what words are. Like the closer the bond is between you and your kids, the less likely you're going to deal with that shit. Because when you start getting elevated and they know that that's not your normal function, they should back off. And if they don't, you can be like, listen, what you're doing right now is unacceptable behavior and I'm starting to get angry or I'm starting to get overstimulated or frustrated or whatever the case may be. And I need you to just pause for a minute because I don't want to yell at you. Right? Like, yeah.
So chapter 2 in this book is titled Your Role in Your Children's Emotions or Your Child's Emotions. And this book has a lot of like diagrams, breakdowns. There's wheel charts and shit, 5 phrases of emotional processing. And one of the first things in chapter 2 is chronic stress and childhood ACE. And I can't remember, where is it at? These toxic stress factors that were researched are called adverse childhood experiences. So it gives you a layout of 10 things that can lead to adverse childhood experiences. It really has made me sit down and reflect on what I do and how it impacts the children. And that level of self-awareness in me as a mother has really helped me dial back my overstimulation, the overwhelm, those kinds of things. It still happens.
Of course it does.
Kids get yelled at. There's only so many times where I'm like, Mommy needs 10 minutes, guys. Mommy's taking a deep breath. I need you to walk away. I'm starting to get mad.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm getting angry. I need you to walk away from me. And then the yelling happens.
Somebody said previous live, you gave a comment on why I told now former friend with BPD how I truly felt about her habits. Update. My words triggered her and she admitted herself into rehab. That's good. That means she's getting the help that she needs.
Fucking love that.
I saw a big one. This says, if Chris were to be going on a work trip for 12 days, is it right to bring up hanging out with friends the weekend before if that was the only time that you had together? You had together? That wasn't recovery time after work. And would it be selfish for him to want to spend as much time as he can before the work trip with quality time? I don't think I understand.
I don't understand. Like, is this an issue? Like somebody's getting upset because a man wants to hang out with his friends before leaving for 12 days?
That's what it sounds like. If I was going away for 12 days, I'm not trying to hang out with my friends before I leave. I'm trying to hang out with my woman. If I'm going to be away from you for 12 days and you being the most important thing to me, I'm not trying to go hang out with my friends or go get drunk, or that's not a thing.
Right.
I'm leaving for 12 days. I want a date night. I want some fucking booty. Like, we're going to have a weekend before I'm gone for 12 days. And when we get back, we're going to repeat the process.
Right.
I don't understand how this is even a question. Emily said, I'm dying to go to Greece with you guys. The thing that's stopping me is I'm scared to navigate an airport alone. I've never flown before. Any advice? Also, if I go alone, would I be sharing the room? You will be sharing a room with somebody unless you pay extra for the bed that gives you the private room, which I wouldn't do. If you sign up for Greece, we have a private Discord for everybody that's going to Greece with us. Same thing with Bali. I would book it. Flying by yourself can be daunting, but it's exciting. Here's the thing. When we went to Thailand, a lot of the people that were going to Thailand made it so that they were able to meet up at different airports and fly together, so they had travel buddies.
Yeah.
Book the fucking trip. Get into our Discord. Find somebody that lives near you that's going, or that's in like the same state or whatever, and try to book your flights to make it so that you guys can meet up, or you can drive to the airport and fly out with them, and that fixes that problem. Flying by yourself is not hard.
No.
It's just scary because you've never done it before. I fucking love airports. I love flying. It's super exciting to me.
Yeah.
So, super chat from Ash. That was the big thing for me, what Peach said, realizing that I was giving more grace to others than I was giving to myself. Realizing that I teach people how to treat me was big for sure. That's a great way to word that. Kids have no sense of actions and consequences. That's true. We got to teach them that. And we got to do that so that when they grow up, they can function in society. And how they function in society is a reflection of us as parents.
Yes.
You don't want to raise kids that are afraid to ask why. You don't want somebody that you don't want kids to just follow the rule all the way, no matter what, because you said so. That's how you make yes men.
Right.
And people who will never have anything in life because they just do everything other people want them to do.
I disagree with the kids have no sense of actions and consequences. I believe that children, to a certain extent, do understand actions and consequences. If a baby burns their hand on a stove, they're not touching that stove again.
Right, but they have to burn their hand first to do it.
Right. They have to learn the limitations.
Right. So they in the beginning, they don't have a sense of it. It has to be instilled in them. That's why I agreed with them.
Right.
Because you don't know the whole burning your hand until you do it. And then
Right.
after that, there's consequences and you get it. Yeah. Nate said, I'm in the works of getting financials and financial freedom to one day in the future for my wife and I do one of these couples retreats. We do them in the U.S. too. The ones that are overseas are a whole lot more fun. The weekend ones in the U.S. is something that we're doing solely on our own, and they're weekend trips. This is much smaller events, but the ones that we do overseas have all kinds of itineraries, and we have drivers and fucking translators, and they're a lot of fun. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. How can I be more confident in his decision making? I do both asking questions and question him. I even question myself questioning him.
I don't understand that whole question thing.
Yeah.
Being more confident in his decision making, you were one of his decisions. So I would keep that in frame of reference. And based on actions, if he has yet to make a decision that's fucked up your guys' life or have catastrophic consequences, there's no reason to not trust his decision making.
Yep. I think a lot of that comes down to making sure that your person is capable of leadership. You know what I mean? You don't want to follow somebody that has no direction. Yep. Rick said, for me as a father, him a believer, that a man has only two things in life, his word and his name. And when a child carries that name onto the next, into the world, it's a reflection on you. Absolutely. I just received my new I Joined a Cult t-shirt today. I love it. That's funny.
Hell yeah.
What's your guys' stance with Canada coming to Canada? Any plans or reasons? What is your guys' stance with Canada / coming to Canada? I don't have a stance with Canada. That's just another part of America that's got an imaginary line across it.
It's America's hat.
Yeah.
I like your guys' syrup.
Pretty soon, there's a possibility that Canada won't look like Canada anymore. There's a whole lot of speculation that there's three provinces that's on the left side of the country that might be becoming part of the U.S.
Oh,
I don't know if there's any real truth to that. It's just shit that I've seen on the internet. But,
right.
I want to go to Banff National Park, and that's in Canada. So, like, the only reason for me to ever go to Canada would be to go to Banff National Park. That's it. Peach, what's the biggest piece of advice that you can give a parent who struggles with boundaries with their children?
With no example given, I'm just going to rattle off things that I do with my children. When I tell you no, that means no. Something that our daughter likes to do, she'll ask me a question and the answer will be no. And then she'll be like all cutesy and be like, oh, but mommy, and then rephrase the sentence. I'll be like, you can't rephrase the sentence and expect a different answer. What did I just say? Right. And that's the end of the conversation. And it's not said in a mean way. It's not a shitty thing. She goes on about her life playing fairies or whatever. My bathroom time is my bathroom time. Do not come and stand by my bedroom door and wait for me to come out of the bathroom and tell me something.
Right. Yeah, shit drives me fucking nuts.
I'm not going to shout at you from my bathroom.
Right.
So if I hear mommy, I'm in the bathroom, that's the end of the conversation. We're not going beyond that. If you continue speaking, I'm closing the bathroom door and you're going to be talking to yourself in the house.
Yeah.
What else do I do with the children? When I say stop, it means stop. So I'm down to roughhouse with the kids. I'm down to play with the children and, you know, do things that my adult body might creak about. But once things escalate to a point to where it hurts or it's becoming too much, I'm becoming overstimulated, that's enough, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like my hands go in the air. That's one of the visual signals to the children. Like I am absolutely done. And if they are really wrapped up in the moment and they didn't hear me say that I'm done, then it's like, hey, then everybody freezes. And mommy's done. I love you guys. Thanks for playing with me. And they run off and do whatever they want to do. I am very firm in my boundaries with the children. And I don't waver because they start to cry or get upset. One of the biggest disadvantages I recognize that I was giving to my children was that I was giving into them every time they wanted something because I was parenting out of guilt.
Yeah. Somebody said, asked if we'll be going live in Patreon after this. Today, this is the only work we're doing. We're taking the rest of the day off because we've got school shit going on with the kids tonight. We'll probably be doing some lives over the weekend for Patreon. I also saw somebody said a minute ago that they would rather hang themselves than assimilate into the United States. I'm assuming they're Canadian and don't want to be here.
Okay, well, that's a choice.
Well, I want to talk about the importance of our words and how silly that sounds. I'm not going to call you stupid, but that was a very, very ignorant statement.
Yeah, that was a...
You've obviously never had any moment in your life where your life has truly been threatened, because when you get to a point where your life is actually on the line, it changes the way that you view things.
Yes.
Been in a 7-year relationship. I've been vocal more recently about looking forward to marriage soon. I've been told that's just not an option. Also, nosy, disrespectful in-laws. If you're 7 years in a relationship and there's no option for marriage, you're a bookmark. Why is marriage not an option? There's Trevor. I was talking about you earlier, bro. I don't know where you're coming in on the chat, but if you're at the very beginning of this, starting from the beginning of the live, you're actually going to hear me talk about you here in a little while. You guys, Trevor Hess, he just commented on Facebook. He's gonna be starting a podcast soon, and he does a lot of content about vibrations and all kinds of other trippy shit that I think you guys would enjoy if you're into that thing. I really hope that he gets his podcast started soon. He's on TikTok too. I enjoy his content. What is your resident's perspective on cheating? Just found out my wife has been shitting 4 years. The dude has been cheating 4 years, and the dude rejected her, and now she's trying to come back home to me. That's that's a hard ass thing. There's a whole lot to that. If she was only trying to come back to you because the relationship with him ended, you're a second place thing. I wouldn't stay in that. I would fucking leave. I would leave. Yeah. I wish we could stop saying those kind of things. We'd all get along better. Yeah, we would. I don't know if you remember my comment about my partner being a congenital amputee below his elbow. I'm doing my degree in environmental science, but we're going to elope soon and discuss having kids. He's scared of holding a baby. Can you give him any advice? But ain't nothing to it but to do it. All that fear shit goes out the window when you got a life in your hand. I fucking cried like a bitch when my baby was born. They handed me that little tiny thing and I fucking fell apart. Yeah. I was so scared. What if I drop her?
Yeah.
What if I hold her head too hard? Like, yep. Yeah, shit goes out the window the first time you hold your kid. I would say feel the fear and do it anyways. That would be my advice in that. I would not stay in a relationship where marriage isn't an option. I've taken the 22B philosophy of dating with intent seriously and am passing that on to my daughters. I don't know what 22B is.
To be better.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. Okay, 2BB philosophy. That makes a whole lot more sense than 22B. Typo. So glad I jumped into the ball pit after a year of listening to the podcast. You answered all my questions and I appreciate you both greatly. That's the community we've built. If you guys are not a member of our Discord, we highly recommend that you go check out Patreon. Patreon.com/to-be-better. You want to wrap up?
We can.
Did you order food?
I did.
All right.
Our food's approaching.
Oh, it's approaching.
It's here.
It's here. All right. I'm going to go get our food off the thing. You want to wrap up?
Um.
Probably on the porch.
Okay.
Let me do that first.
That was a bad whistle. My lips are dry. You guys know that part in Somebody Once Told Me. Where the whistling part in that song, I fucking nail it. I think that's gonna be my first karaoke song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to whistle and have everyone freak out.
That's funny.
I have this whole thing in my brain.
I saw a message from Trevor right as we were about to wrap up, and I just want to see what it was. What are your thoughts about plant medicine and relationships? I think that plant medicine and relationships change your relationship. I think it makes things absolutely incredible. I'm going to be interviewing the guy who owns Regenero Foods, which has the Sacred Sacrament license in the church and is able to do plant medicine like the way that they do things. And I can't wait to have that conversation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Your food's on the counter in there.
Okay.
So we can quickly say our goodbyes and go eat lunch before you have to go to do the kid thing.
Sounds good.
All right. With that being said, guys, remember you are the author of your own life.
So grab a pen.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.